represent for us and dreams.
Show them around. Why you don't want to turn it in a dance? Look here. I almost lose my voice. But as I've been saying, this voice is for the girls. So, my show, you have to just listen. Firstly, just by way of comparison, I do not recall a meeting in the town square larger than this one. I'm trying to remember 2016, I'm trying to remember Anne's by-election, and I just can't see it. This is huge. This is huge. So I want to thank you, our supporters, who have been with us. Some of you been up from 6 a.m. out and about and ready. From yesterday you will. I want to thank the people who have gathered, who are not a part of the campaign, but who are listening, our Jamaicans, our family. And then indeed, I want to thank the comrades who are lurking on the outskirts of the meeting. Yes, you too add to the numbers that are here. When we started the campaign today in Buffalo, I took a few minutes to deal with some housekeeping matters. You recall, those of you who were there, I said, listen, our campaign must be orderly. Don't hang out of the buses. Those who are riding bikes, be very careful. I didn't get a chance to check the news yesterday when we came into the office complex. I took a little time, went through my news feeds, and I saw that a 15-year-old boy fell and died on a campaign. I believe it was in Portmore, Southborough. I was just campaigning in Southborough last week, and this youngster who was apparently on the PMP's campaign had an accident, fell from a bus and died. Very tragic, and my heart goes out to his parents, and I'm sure all of you here is keeping that family in our prayers. It is really, really sad that this has happened. Last night, I went to visit one of our workers who was also the victim of an accident when she lost a leg. It was crushed, quite different circumstances. Boulders fell off and rolled onto a truck and damaged her leg. She had an amputation. Really, really sad. So I want to say to all of you here, when we call you out to come and campaign, I have a responsibility to make sure that whatever we do, it is done orderly and it is done with your safety and security in mind. You must come to a political campaign and leave here less than you take. When you come to this meeting, you must be uplifted. You must be fed. And I'm not talking about food, because I know that go. But you must be fed mentally. You must leave here saying, of importance to you. This is not a general election, but such man has converted this into a general election. I don't understand that political calculus because local government election should stand on its own. But having converted it, we are filling the town square of Port Antonio for a local government election. It is quite obvious that that was a miscalculation. Who tell him we got trouble Labour Party answers? History is never written as it happens. It takes some time for historians to be able to reflect on what has happened and place it into context. There is a change taking place in Jamaica and in Jamaican politics that our academics and intellectuals have not yet caught on to it, nor have they had an opportunity to reflect on it and write about it. For the first time, you have a government that can campaign on its record of performance and achievement.
Excuse me, the pagans. I believe in folk the Jamaicans. Always and next to the farmers don't have pension.
For the first time, you have a government that does not need to come to you and say, baby, baby, I'm going to give you the sun, the moon, and the star. For the first time, you have a government that can say, we are going to build a new town center for Portland, Port Antonio. Holness. 140,000 square feet of space is going to be built. It will have facilities for your convenience. It will have 65,000 square feet of space for BPO, business process outsourcing. It will employ 3,000 people. 3,000 people will be employed at Boundary. It will help to lessen congestion in your town. It will help with creating more space for development in your town. And then we have already scoped, designed, identified the alignment, and identified the lands which we needed to be acquired to build a bypass for Port Antonio. The bypass will start at Boundary, it will go through the hills, and it will drop out in Boston. Hold on. It will unlock 3,000 acres of land. That 3,000 acres of land will be used for affordable housing. Yes, so people like you here will be able to afford a properly built house in a proper community with proper facilities. Now, you know a place named Paisley Gardens? Paisley Gardens. I say Paisley, but it's Paisley Gardens. I make sure I have the notes down. The NHD falls under my supervision. Every day Minister Bars harassing about this project. We will be building 664 housing solutions here. We have done all the engineering and architectural designs, and we are now in the process of finalizing the acquisition of the lands. So this is not a promise, these are things that are in trade. No, we don't have the pipeline. We have a train line of things. We have one place near Norwich. Is your area that I get? No, Anne-Marie. We making sure we balance. So Anne-Marie, we have 140 housing solutions now being planned and developed in Norwich. And we expect to start work on that within the next 16 months. Why you understand? Holy patins are one. But no father will hear them say, your government is working for you and your community. In one place in Fury, the UDC has some lands in Fury. Land's been there sitting down idle, not being used. I have given them instructions to put the land into housing development. It's about 200 acres. We should be able to have about 300 housing solutions here. The proceeds from that oil will be used to make the Winfred Beach a state-of-the-art, most modern public beach there is in Jamaica. That is already being worked on. So we intend to make sure that the people of Portland have access. We have beautiful beaches here, beautiful beaches. But just one by the beach, so you want to be able to have proper bathrooms when you go there, proper entertainment facilities. If you have kids, you want them to have a little playground. So we are going to develop Winfred Beach into a modern beach park for the people. So why you listen to me now? You see the problem now? Boston Beach, yes. Go Barry, you tell me, go Boston. Boston Beach is going to be taken back and become a public beach free of charge by the government of Jamaica. That is something that I have worked on with the member of parliament and the prime minister. Boston Beach must go out for the people free of charge, and nobody will eat food at the Boston Beach anymore. Such man can only talk about what they dream about. tell you what is being done. We are a government that campaigns on our record of achievements. Now, I want you to link everything that I'm saying. We do the South Coast Road Improvement Project, which connects, listen to this, it literally connects Port Royal in Kingston through to Harborview, through Yalas, to the Morant Bay Urban Center, the new urban center that we are building, already started, buildings going up like crazy. The same thing we're going to do here at Bombrook. We're going to redevelop the town of Morant Bay into a historic town with a museum. And then we are redeveloping, you see all those lovely roads coming around. You have some bad roads here, but we have already put those out to be repaired. Come all the way around, past Sansan, come all the way right into Port Antonio. That is what we call a corridor of development. We will be able to bring tourists and visitors who can come into Port Royal, or they can come into Normandy, and they can make their way all the way along our beautiful coastline through the parish of St. Thomas and end up right here. But the development is really anchored right here, because you have two of the best harbors. Beautiful. Some problems, however, because of the depth, the ships can't always come in. But we have now put in place the development plan to develop the East Harbor into a proper cruise ship pier. So we're going to solve the problem of bringing in cruise shipping into the town of Port Antonio. We have hired one of the best architect and town planner in the world, a Jamaican. His name is Gordon, and he has already started to do the master plan for the entire town of Port Antonio and its environs. Some of you may already see them going around asking you questions. They're looking at some of the lands, talking to people who live in some of the areas, because when we do the development, it is not about displacing you. It is not about taking you and dispossessing you of your property or your land or real. It is about how do we develop what we have so that you can benefit from it, but bringing more people, more business to benefit from it. One of the things that we want to do with your lovely town, some of you may not even know this, but many movies are shot right here in Port Antonio. You didn't know that? There is a big movie now called Black Cave. I don't know any of you did see it. Shot right here, beautiful in Port Antonio. Beautiful. If you see this, Port Antonio? Yes. Your town has the potential to become a location for movie development right here. So we're going to, as we plan the development of the town, we're going to bring in now a new industry, which is movie and film, to be done right here in your town of Portland. I'm not going to say too much about the market. You see that the work has started to repair the market. And I'm not going to go too much further because I have to leave some of the things to my own budget presentation. But I wanted to say all of that so that you know what is in store for your town. Because all of what I have said are local issues. More housing, over 1,000 housing solutions are going to come into your town of Port Antonio. An entirely new urban center, which will bring 3,000 jobs. When I was coming in and I saw all the young kids coming in from Teachfield and all the other schools, they don't have to leave Portland. They will have jobs right here in your park. We know the issues about your beaches. Lovely beaches, but no facilities. We're going to, as I said, develop Winifred and make Boston Beach a public beach once again. And we're going to put in a bypass. So you are not going to have the traffic situation like you had before. Because traffic that's not meant for the town that is going other places can drive around. But in doing that, we will open up 3,000 acres of land to build new communities for you to settle. A part of the problem with the town is that when the town started, it never had the population that it has now. So the town was kind of chopped up. And a lot of people in the town would love to be able to get houses in properly developed housing schemes. Yes, and so we are going to develop that. And what will happen is that people will voluntarily move out of the town into the housing scheme and give the space for the town to develop and grow. That is how we're thinking about these things. So you are in good hands with this government. You made the right choice to elect me as your Prime Minister and Anne-Marie and Darren as your member of Parliament. So, the 26th is the day of decision. But nobody saw the symbolism of the day. Because the 25th of February 2016 was payday. You remember that? It was a very important day for the Jamaica Labour Party. That's when we became government. So the 26th is the day after payday. And that is the day when we will take the local government election. I have no doubt that we will retain the Portland Municipal Corporation. No doubt in my mind. However, we cannot keep local government in the way that it has been for the last 50 years. Councils have an important role to play in the development of their community. Councillors must be present in their divisions. Councillors must know their people. Councillors must pay attention to the issues of their community. And it is not all the time that we have active councillors. And we cannot ignore the fact of what has been said in the polls regarding how people feel about their local government. So as your Prime Minister, yes, I'm campaigning, but I'm also listening to the issues that you have and the concerns that you have with. So, don't feel as if we're going to go to a local government election and leave local government as it is. I think local government can be far more effective than it is now. Even with the resources that they have. The management of your municipal affairs is not only about money. It is also about planning, it is about vigilance, it is about follow-up, and it is about presence. If garbage is collected, it is not sufficient to say there is no garbage truck. Because many times, there is a garbage truck. And the scheduling of the garbage truck is not properly done. And if it is that the town is dirty, people throw their garbage all over the place, your council also has a duty to mobilize the people to say to them, listen, friend and family, we can't keep the town like this. That is called local leadership. So, I am happy for the local government election because it has given me the opportunity to come to you and reason with you, tell you everything that is happening. You now can be judge and jury on the 26th. But it also has given me a chance to look more deeply into the problems of local government. And you are going to see some serious policy changes come up. So my liberal families, it has been a long night. It has been a long day. You have been a lovely audience. You have listened well. You have absorbed everything that I have said. You know what your government is going to do. You are now empowered with information to make the right choice for the 26th of February. You know what to do. Therefore, the Jamaica Labour Party to continue the incredible work that we have been doing in building for you and your community. God bless you. I love you, everybody.
Thank you. You've just heard from the Prime Minister. We close now with the playing of the party's anthem.